Okay, so here's another replay of Red Alert 3. This game was played at 4 a.m. It's my brother, myself, and Simon. And the name of this game was 3v3 pros only. We've been playing a lot of pros. So yeah, here it is. Give you some commentary, not too much. I'll let the game sounds kind of fill you in on what's going on. This guy's sending info over here. I'm going out with the bears, just to scout a little bit. Simon going with some inf. We have a pretty, good rush, and but we didn't do it this game. We don't do the rush anymore like we used to. This guy here, he's got some bears. He's scouting already. Has an engineer up to take this out. Use this power plant here to kind of block from terror drones taking this, walled up this side. He's playing pretty smart. As Simon takes over his inf guy here to set up shop for barracks. The dojo core to set up shop for the barracks. Orange has some bears out as I have my bears in the middle. I'm taking that with the engineer. I sold my barracks to give me more money because I don't need it anymore. I need that one engineer and a few bears. It's a new strat I've kind of been doing. There's a little bear battle down here. I get owned though like crazy. But yellow bears are sleeping right now. Simon got his barracks up. Yellow put some bears in Simon's base here. Matt's up here just kind of chilling, building some Apollo fighters. Orange is still scouting. Orange was good with scouting. Sent out some bears. I have my terror drone here. I guess I missed that bear. Just kind of put some terror drones coming down to probably take out yellow's money here. Oh no, I sent it here to take out these bears. So there's my terror drone just ripping these bears apart. But didn't get those guys. I don't know what happened there. Probably wasn't paying. Oh, gonna get this engineer here. Meanwhile, in Simon's base, yellow has some terror drone action going on, freezing Simon's Mecha Tengus. But Simon does a good job in defending his base. Has some walls built up, building some more Mecha Tengus. Matt was under attack there. Kind of missed it when I was showing you Simon's thing. He moved his con yard, probably for some expansion. Let's see here. Orange has some PKs coming out. Some conscripts, what they call PK rush. I have my terror drones here. I went down here. As you can see, Simon's doing a great job on yellow with his Mecha Tengus taking out his power. And money's so important in this game. If you take out money, early, the other players, pretty, in trouble, to say the least. So Matt's under attack up here, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like green. Our enemy up here has some Mecha Tengus coming in. Simon sent his Mecha Tengus up to help. So this is green's base here, building some Mecha Tengus. Orange, this is a good strat by Orange. This is a very, very good strat. Walled in, build a crusher crane so he can have multiple builds. So I send in my terror drones here, and he already has apocalypse tanks. And we're surprised, I sent my terror drone on his apocalypse, and this guy was really good. He expanded out the sea, already had a battle lab up. That's how he got the apocalypse tanks. Didn't have a war factory until this one just went up. And at first we saw this and we're like, wow, noob, building a war factory that close. We weren't for sure. And Simon's taking out his money there. So this orange was really good. He was pretty pro, teching up that fast. Here's yellow going for some expansion over here. Yellow has that bear sitting in Simon's base still. Matt got under attack by green's Mecha Tengus again. There's green's Mecha Tengus. Really good graphics in this game. Really love this game. Been playing it a lot. So I sent up my terror drones just in case those Mecha Tengus landed. Terror drones weren't the best thing for those, so I sent up some sickles. But that's really all I have. As you can see, I'm taking up slowly, but I have the two you know, 2 refineries going at it, and still haven't expanded, whereas Orange has expanded to a 3rd already, actually a 4th. He's got 1 refinery there, 1 out at sea, and 1 there. So he's making a lot of money. He's got his oil derrick, where, you know, Simon's only on 2 refineries. I'm only on 2. Matt's only on 2. He just moved out to a 3rd. So, or he's trying to. So yeah, I mean, Orange definitely is having a lot of money in. Simon's still attacking yellow. That's his MCV there. Still attacking yellow, putting a lot of pressure on yellow because it's a 3v3 game. So, you know, your teammates are important. This is green here taking out Matt's ore refinery. Matt having some air battles there. If those Mecha-Tengus were in air. So Orange starts to move in with his Apocalypse tanks, and basically I'm toast. All I have is hammer tanks, and I wasn't microing them very well. And look at that, his Matt comes in. I get a tear drone on that one, and I should have froze it. I wasn't thinking I would. I just kind of got scared that this big tank was coming in. So we destroyed that one, which was awesome. But he's got some down here going at my con yard. And so Orange destroyed my con yard there, and he destroyed my con yard. All I have left is a few hammers and a few tear drones. So I'm starting to build another construction yard. Still only at two refineries. I was trying to expand to a 3rd here, but didn't get it up. Simon's now expanded to a 3rd. He's got some tanks up. He's rolling in on yellow and just kind of taking him out here. He's got some Mecha-Tengus. Yellow kept walling up though, which was, frustrating to us and stuff. So Simon snuck through this hole here in the wall and just kind of came in and just kind of owning yellow up. Meanwhile, I have my tear drones and hammer tanks because I see Orange has these Apocalypses. He's already expanded to a 5th. So this guy is really good. Had built another crusher crane out there just to repair his units from my tear drones. If I try to attack him at his base, really good move by Orange. Green, still building Mecha-Tengus. Not too much else up there. So I took my tear drones to freeze his 2 Apocalypse tanks. And so yeah, I wasn't microing him very well at all. He came in with these flak troopers. I came in with hammer tanks to try to run over those flak troopers, and my guys get eaten up. And this Orange was just real good. Look at that, 4 Apocalypse tanks coming in. So meanwhile, Green still has its Mecha-Tengus. Matt's building up a good air, trying to develop some air. He's really good at that. I'm just trying to hold back Orange the best way I can at this point. It's pretty hard, when Orange has all these Apocalypse tanks, but Apocalypse tanks can't do anything about air. So Matt with the air, is coming in, and Green sees that, so Green's trying to help his partner out. Meanwhile, Simon has this force here. Coming up to try to cut off Orange, trying to take out his money supply. But this is my base here, just 4 hammer tanks, only on 2 refineries. Like I said, money's such an important thing. So this is my rebuilt MCV, and I see that Orange is coming. So he's coming in to take out my con yard, my war factory here. Simon's coming in with air because Apocalypse tanks are defenseless against air. He gets my MCV again. Orange has a good hold on my MCV. So Simon attacks the Apocalypse tanks that was attacking that. I switch my hammers to their first primary mode to take out that Apocalypse. And then this other Apocalypse he had, starts to try to run over my guys. Meanwhile, my MCV gets free. MCV goes to Matt's base. And he just takes this Apocalypse. I should have sold this. I wasn't playing very well at all. And so yeah, it blew up his tank, but still I should have sold that, maybe gained some money off of it. I had some hammers coming out. But still, he has this force here. 2 more Apocalypses coming in just because he teched up so quickly out here at sea, and then just expanded so much. This is the front of his base, and it has defenses. It'd be really hard to try to take him out. You know, Simon's on 3 refineries right now. Matt's on 3, and I was only on 2. So Orange has 2. Watch this closely. My Terror Drone's on this one. It gets taken out because Matt's Apollo took it out, but he was just helping me. My Terror Drone's on Orange's Apocalypse here. He's taken out my ore refinery. I have my hammer tank still firing at him. Orange is just eating my tanks up like crazy. I have this conscript and this tank here. He goes after my money and not my tank there. Then he finally gets my tank. He's rank 2 now. He just tears him up. Meanwhile, he's getting repaired. And then this conscript keeps shooting at him, but the Terror Drone eventually takes it out. So I still have this 1 refinery here. Meanwhile, Orange is attacking my brother's base, Matt. He's coming in with some more apocalypses. He's got some flag troopers there. He's got some apocalypses there as Simon tries to put some pressure on him while he's attacking. Matt's air is just taking him out, which is awesome. But still, Orange seems to get a pretty good grasp, and he goes after my war factor here. You know, I put up my war factor there. I put up my MCV, put up a war factory. Then I moved my MCV out to sea, and so yeah. So I'm building Terror Drones again just because I don't really have money for much else. You know, I really can't tech up. It's pretty late in the game. I wasn't even paying attention there. One of my Terror Drones got torn up. So Simon's trying to attack Orange. He actually takes out his war factory, and so I have my Terror Drones come in after his Green's Mecha Tengus. That's still all Green was building was Mecha Tengus. Green doesn't really have anything at his base at this point, nor does Simon, although Simon's building Mecha Tengus. You know, Yellow Simon eventually took out early, you know, left the game, so Orange took over his base, which was probably good for Orange. We really didn't look down here after Yellow quit, but Orange probably sold all that, got a lot of money for those Apocalypse tanks. So yeah, here's Simon here. This is Orange's con yard. He's trying to trap it in, slowly destroying it. You know, after those 2 big attacks Orange had on my base and my brother's base, you know, kind of left my brother's base, you know, empty up here. Yeah, it looks like it took out my brother's con yard. You know, it only left me with a war factory here and an ore refinery here. I mean, that's what I was left on. If those buildings would have got taken out with my construction yard I put out at sea, I would have been done. But they didn't. I got a few conscripts here, but they're not going to do much. Simon's just slowly attacking. I mean, Simon's so good at this game. He's very good. So, and so is my brother. I mean, my brother uses, you know, his Apollos very well. And so he has his Apollos here. He likes to take over air, and, you know, he's calculated how many, you know, Apollo bombs or whatever it takes to destroy, like an or Vindicator bomb or whatever. How long it takes to destroy ore refinery. So he's gotten really good at that. So Orange is done at this point. All he's getting is some money here. He's got a super reactor there that's not doing anything. He's got money here and just these 2 base defenses down here. So Orange is pretty much done. And you know, I really don't have much for myself. I'm building sickles and Terror Drones really at this point. I'm slowly starting to rebuild, have a power plant up out at sea. You know, Simon still has, you know, all his stuff down here. But, you know, Simon has a lot of forces. He's got those tank busters. He's got that Chopper VX. A lot of tank busters, a lot of Mecha Tengus. And he uses them really well. So Orange quit. It's Black Friday quit and left it all to Green. Now, if I was Green at this point, I would have sold these base defenses. I would have probably sold some of these base defenses because, you know, we're not really attacking it much except my brother's coming in with his planes. And Green has all this up here, and he's got a sea. He's got an army at sea out here. So, so if you can see these guys here, they're underwater. These sea wings are underwater here. He's building a navy, you know, which at this point we really, you know, don't have anything to go against much. So here comes Simon coming in. You know, I would have sold that if I was Green before it got destroyed, because it just, you know, Simon does such a good job here. Moves his guys back so that, and then just blows it up. Boom. Blows that bad boy up. And then comes in and finishes off what he had down here. Well, here comes Green with Mecha Tengu still. He's got Mecha Tengus and my brother's planes. Look at this air battle. This is nasty. My brother just rapes his planes like crazy. It was awesome. But still, look at the sea. Look at the sea that he has built up. Green's built up a good sea. He's got some Shogun battleships and, like I said, some of these sea wings. And they're headed for my brother and mine this base. You know, if they take out, like I said, if they take out my buildings, you know, I'm done for the game. And Matt really doesn't have too much at his base as far as defenses go. All he really has are those planes. So at this point, I have a few sickles. I have some conscripts, which aren't going to do much. And Green really doesn't have too much at his base. He has a few Mecha Tengus. He's building some defenses, but Green probably has a lot of money at this point. Green, let's check out Green's money real quick. Yeah, he is over $10,000. So he's got over $10,000. But look at this. These Shogun battleships, I sent my terror drones to attack. Meanwhile, Matt's air is taking out those sea wings as they took off to air. Look at him pick them one by one, or try to at least. Look at this. My brother, man, he owns at that. So Simon, you know, attacking those Shoguns, and you know, just great micro here, great battle here at sea. You know, Green teched up really fast. So meanwhile, Simon's building his force here to attack Green's base. You know, he's slowly attacking Green's Mecha Tengus and stuff like that. Probably why Green wasn't paying attention. Meanwhile, I have terror drones on these two Shoguns. Look at this. 2 terror drones. Boom. Take that out. Have a terror drone on here. The terror drone that destroyed the other one hopped on this one. And just look at these terror drones take this guy apart. Look at this big battle out here. So my terror drones are slowly taking these Shogun guys apart while they're trying to attack Matt's base and stuff. So as soon as my terror drones finish these guys off, like this one's about over here, Simon has this cruiser up. Boom, boom. My terror drones hop on these guys. My terror drones hop on these sea wings here as he's in sea, and you know, my terror drones just rip his sea wings apart. I mean, you know, it's pretty much game over at this point because we took out, you know, his large sea, or his large navy, I guess you could say. And you know, and we realize he doesn't really have too much left. He has 2 of those guys left, but you know, we have a pretty big force about to go into his force. I dropped that waste there, killed a bunch of his Shogun troopers. Simon has this big force here. Like I said, Simon's teched up, so he's got this cutie, Yoroko Omega, and she's on her way up to destroy. And look at this big guy here, this King Ani. He's about to come up and do some destruction. So yeah, it's pretty much game over. Pretty much owned. Green gave up, you know. New player 1. He typed to us, good game, you know, and he called us pros, which was pretty sweet. So it was a good game, like I said. As far as like units and stuff go, you know, we just owned here, and I didn't really do too much. You know, there at the end, like I said, I didn't have too much. Matt did a lot with his planes, so did Simon. But those terror drones, man, they'll tear some tanks apart. So it was a good game. We won, and so it's another W in our book. But it was a fun game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this replay, and there will be more soon.